Dad, he's dead. I saw him. He's dead.
Who's dead? Who's dead?
Oh. There was a man. He had a scarf or a bandana around his face, and he shot him.
Where? Where did it happen?
On the West Road. Near the cemetery. We were sitting there listening to the car radio, and all of a sudden there was a man, and Daddy shot him.
Here, darling, sit down. What happened?
Daddy, he tried to hold us up, but Bob had his gun in the glove compartment, and they struggled for it. And he's dead.
Oh, you poor child. Martha! Jennings! Get me the police.
They were searching the woods on the West Road for the holdup victim when Lou Pulaski and I got out to the house. My name is Frank Ballinger, Detective Lieutenant, M Squad, a special detail of the Chicago Police. The murder squeal came into M Squad because of Howard Meston's connections, but he got the same help any other citizen gets.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. I've already talked to one set of policemen today.
Good morning, Mr. Meston. I'm Lieutenant Ballinger, and this is Sergeant Pulaski.
Good morning, Sergeant.
We understand that your daughter witnessed the killing.
Yes, it was a terrible experience.
We'd like to ask her a few questions, if we may.
Well, not now. The doctor's given her a sedative. Sit down, gentlemen.
Thank you.
She's sleeping.
Did he say how long it'd be?
Oh, 6 or 8 hours, maybe.
Frank, we might as well go back to the woods, come back later.
This man she was with, Robert Goulding, I understand that he was your confidential secretary.
That's right. A few hours ago, we were working at that desk together.
Is there anything that you might have forgotten to tell Homicide?
No. Only what Connie said before she fainted. I was alone here in this room. She rushed in. She was too hysterical to say much.
Mr. Meston, do you know of anybody that might want to kill him?
No. But murder isn't unusual in a robbery, is it? When the victim resists?
No, but usually the robber has his own gun, unless it's a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Have they found the body yet?
No, sir. They're still searching the woods.
Your daughter and Mr. Goulding, was that anything serious?
No, they were just friends.
And you approved of the friendship?
Certainly. He was a bright young man with a good future. But Connie wasn't interested in him except a casual date.
Well, according to our notes, 2 years ago you sent her to Europe to break up her engagement with a tennis coach?
She was 19 years old. The man was a fortune hunter. He didn't have a dime.
Did Goulding?
Lieutenant, I measure a man by what he is. And I resent this line of questioning. If you have nothing more pertinent...
We understand that you were home all last night, is that correct?
I was. The servants locked up and went to bed after midnight. After that, I was alone in this room.
You didn't go out at all?
I did not go out.
All right, thank you very much. We'll be back when we can question your daughter.
Senator, I'll walk out with you.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, is this the car that your daughter was in?
Yes, it belonged to Bob.
All right, look, don't let anybody touch it or move it. I want the lab boys to check it for prints. The killer might have touched it. All right, we'll be back.
Hi, Frank. Hello.
Howdy. You fixed the time of death?
3:30 a.m. Shot twice at close range. Stripped clean. It was robbery, all right. You may have a break, though.
What was that?
That shower last night. The ground's still damp.
So?
Well, I got some good tire impressions. Some of his footprints. Some with high heels. Then I found this.
Oh, what is it?
Size 12 work shoe. The bent nail here in the heel.
Oh, I know. Anything else?
Some more of these going up the road there. No sign of another car. Whoever it was, he was walking.
Well, there's nothing up that road there except a cemetery.
It wasn't a ghost that left his footprints. I'd say he weighed at least 200.
Hey, wait a minute. There is a caretaker's cottage up there. Look, Lou and I will go up and have a look. In the meantime, the dead man's car is back of the Messons. Will you dust it for prints and all that?
like 200.
We're not here to weigh him. Let's wake him up. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Come on.
Who are you guys?
Police. No, stay right down there.
What do you want? What did I do?
What's your name?
Brennan. Mike Brennan. The cemetery. I'm the caretaker and groundskeeper.
What time did you get home last night?
About 2 o'clock, maybe. No, it was 2:30. I stopped off at Jake's for a bottle. He closes about 2 o'clock.
And then you walked home?
Yeah, sure.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Did you see anybody on the way home or anything?
What can you see on this road? It don't come no place but here.
Yeah, Brennan, do you own a gun?
No.
Stay right there. Do you own a gun?
No.
Lou, will you take a look around? Now, you sure you didn't see anybody, huh?
Wait a minute. There was a car. I passed, I thought that maybe somebody had a breakdown. I looked in, it was empty.
Yeah, go on.
That's all, so there was nobody there, and I went home.
All right, Brennan, get your shoes on. You're coming into town with us.
What for? What did I do?
This bandana, is this yours?
Yeah, sure. Listen, did someone say I stole something or robbed him?
Did you?
Right. $100, new $10 bills.
Oh.
I've been saving that.
Yeah? You must have saved it all at once. I see the digits are one number apart. All right, Brennan, where'd you get the money?
Look, I want to see a lawyer.
Just get your shoes on.
Frank, this guy's a new twister.
Yeah, but we still don't have the gun. Take a look in the other room. Oh, not that pair of shoes, the other pair.
Yeah. Just make sure that I see a lawyer.
Yeah, you'll see a lawyer.
Where's my hat?
Get your other hand out here. Hold it still. All right, now on your feet.
Come on your feet, I see.
Get him out to the car. I'll get the shoes. But we didn't find the gun. It was almost noon by the time we booked Brennan on suspicion and ran him through identification. He had no previous record, but his fingerprints matched a set that the lab men had lifted from the edge of Bob Goulding's car door. The case was beginning to tick.
Hey, Frank, the dead guy, Goulding, you got his home address?
Oh, yeah, Ontario Street. Why?
His name's in the morning paper.
Well, the morning papers were out before we even found the body.
That's not about the killing. He took out a marriage license yesterday.
Connie Meston.
Girl called Mildred Barnes. What a guy. Same night he's out with Connie Meston. You know, I don't think Brennan's this whole case after all.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, a hired gun. The bride-to-be is jealous and finds out. It's happened before. I think we ought to bring the girl in for interrogation. What about you?
I don't know. You better stay here with Brennan. I'll go have a little talk with Miss Barnes. Bob Goulding was killed while he was parked in Lover's Lane with a girl, but not the girl that he was going to marry. This could change the focus on the whole case. Mildred Barnes, his fiancée, belonged to a prominent family, and she didn't like questions. Miss Barnes, this is a police matter, and I do need all the help I can get information.
Can't you wait? There's so much to do. The
funeral, and Bob's mother is so ill.
I'm just trying to piece together what happened last night.
I can't help you, and you can't bully me. Don't you realize that Bob is dead? You're so matter of fact. Bob and I were going to be married.
All I'm trying to find out is why Bob went to see Connie last night. Just a few short hours after you two took out a marriage license. Well, had you quarreled? Why did he go to see her? Well, why did they park on some deserted road?
He didn't. She was the one.
When did you see Bob last?
Will you keep a confidence? I don't want Larry to be hurt.
Larry.
My brother.
I'll certainly do my best.
You see, Larry asked me not to tell what happened. It has nothing to do with the holdup. It could embarrass him.
How so?
He has a job with Howard Meston, and, well, you just don't embarrass a man like that.
Well, how, by divulging this confidence, would we embarrass Mr. Meston?
Connie phoned Bob last night at his mother's. I was there for dinner. She called him.
Are you sure?
I heard the conversation. She begged him to come to meet her.
Well, he worked in her home. It seems that he could have talked to her any day.
Not alone. He avoided her. Mr. Meston never let them get together.
Why not?
He thinks his daughter's too good for anyone. But Bob never cared for her. Not really.
Then why did he go to see her?
I told you, she insisted. Threatened to make trouble with her father.
It just seems to me that his going to see her would have caused a quarrel or something between you two.
Yes. Yes, it did. That's what makes it so awful for me now. Our last words. Angry. Accusing. All because she's so mean.
Well, at least we have a suspect.
Oh?
Yes, the cemetery caretaker. Miss Barnes, I want to thank you for your cooperation. I hope that, good night. If I could break Mildred's story, Sergeant Pulaski might have an angle with his hunch about a paid killer. She was a jealous woman, and women like that have lost their heads when they thought they were losing a man. I went back to see Connie.
Just take it easy, darling, and let me know when you get tired.
I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, something that'll be of help. Where would you like me to begin?
Well, why were you and Bob parked on the West Road?
Well, Bob and I had been going together for quite some time. But he was just a friend. Until last night, I hadn't seen him for about 6 months.
Oh, I thought that he worked right here in the house.
Well, by seeing him, I meant that we hadn't been dating for at least 6 months. And then last night he called, just after dinner, and he said he had to see me alone.
Did you know that yesterday he took out a marriage license?
Yes. He said that was what he wanted to see me about. He said that...
You better tell them everything, dear.
Well, he wasn't very happy. In fact, he was very upset. He asked me if we couldn't pick it up again, if we couldn't make up before he married her. And it was too late.
Did Miss Barnes know about you?
Well, I don't know. I tried to tell him that we were wrong for each other. We were walking, and he was arguing with me about it. That's when the man came up to us. His face was covered. I was frightened. He said he had a gun. Then he took Bob's wallet and a watch that Dad had given him. He told us not to move.
Did he take anything from you?
Yes, he did. He took my purse and ring. That's when Bob made a dash for the car. He got the gun out of the glove compartment, but the man was right after him. They struggled, and the man got the gun. Well, he was so much bigger. And then he shot Bob. And he watched him fall, and then he ran away.
That's all, Ballinger. She's not well enough to be questioned. Can't you see that?
It's all right, Dad, really. Father told me that you caught the man.
We've made an arrest, yes. In fact, I have a photograph of the man. Is that him?
Well, it could be, but I couldn't swear to it. His face was covered, I told you.
Oh, yes, with a bandana. Would you think that you would recognize the bandana if you saw it? Is this it?
Well, it looks like the same one. I think it is.
You know, this is going to be a very difficult case to close until we find the gun and the things that were stolen. Oh, are you sure that Bob phoned you to meet him?
Yes, he did.
Well, we have another witness that says it was the other way around, that you phoned him.
Oh, but that isn't so. I didn't.
Well, she certainly seemed like a very reliable witness.
Mildred Barnes. Well, please tell her not to be so jealous and vindictive. It was all over between us. Really. Father was against any marriage. And what I felt for Bob was gone. Completely gone.
All right, thank you.
Daddy, don't worry so. I feel much better, really.
Meanwhile, we kept at Brennan. Where he got the money. Why he tried to escape. Why he was so reluctant to talk. He seemed more depressed and sullen.
Listen to me. No, wait a minute. You listen to me. That $100 you got. Were you paid to kill him?
No! Look, I'll tell you where I got it. I thought that's why you wanted me here. I got the money 4 or 5 days ago.
From who? From who did you get the money?
2 guys. I can even tell you where you'll find them. But I didn't kill nobody. They were building a miniature golf course. They needed sod for the green. The cemetery's got acres of this stuff. A couple of truckloads wouldn't have been missed. Look, you can arrest me for that, but I didn't kill nobody.
Ballinger. Yeah, okay, I'll be right down. Desk sergeant says he has a letter for us. I'll be right back.
So why don't you make it easy on yourself, Brennan? You don't expect it.
I'll jump.
Look, Brennan, why don't you take it easy? Nobody's gonna hurt you here.
No. Just send me to the chair.
No.
Don't come any nearer. I can get out of here quicker than you can get me.
Brennan. What are you doing out there?
You guys are trying to pin this on somebody. Well, it ain't gonna be me.
When I sized up the situation, I had to handle Brennan like a child and reassure him that he'd get all the breaks possible. Somehow I felt sorry for the guy. I promised that I'd help him no matter how bad his case looked. That's better, Brennan. Charlie, take him back to his cell and see he gets some sleep. He's had it. This is the letter that came to the Chicago police. Looking tree left of Brennan's cottage. It's like cheap paper. Well, let's have a look.
Frank, there's something else in here if I can get my hand on it. That's a watch. The Bob from Howard Meston. Right on Brennan's doorstep. He must have told a friend too much.
No, not Brennan.
With this evidence?
Take a look at this gun. Look how it's packed with mud, the muzzle, everything.
There's dirt in the crevice.
Yeah, but not this kind. Look at your gloves. They're still clean. Now, this gun was buried someplace else first, then dug up and put in the tree, all while Brennan was in custody.
I guess you're right. There's a lot of dirt in the watch band and the wallet.
All except the purse. Connie Meston's purse. And look, the keys are still in it. Now, we're going to need about an hour with the lab boys.
For what?
To compare the printing on the tip-off note with some samples they've been collecting for me.
Connie's, Mildred Barnes?
And Meston's. Have you ever seen an application for a charge account or a horse show or a golf club, any of those? They all say the same thing. Please print.
But why is it necessary to see my daughter again? You've been here every day. You know what a shock this was. Why can't you leave her alone?
This will be our last visit.
Why can't I answer the questions you have to ask?
Were you an eyewitness to the Bob Goulding killing?
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, hello.
We thought you might like to know that we found Robert Goulding's gun along with the stolen articles. An anonymous letter told us where they were hidden. In the crevice of a tree right next to Brennan's place.
Oh, no. Well, he seemed like such a harmless man. We used to play around his house.
Well, you've got him. That's good.
Only Brennan didn't put them there. They'd been buried someplace else before, then dug up and put in the tree while he was in jail.
Well, then you still don't know who did it.
Yes, we do. You did.
Get out of here. Both of you. Get out.
We're going, but your daughter's going to come with us.
Well, what evidence do you have?
The hand-printed anonymous letter. Our lab men matched it with her horse show application.
Coincidence. This would never get to court.
She got into a locked house that night without your aid, nor the servants. She had a key. Then she put it in her purse and buried it along with the stolen articles in Bob's gun, just to throw the blame on Brennan.
Daddy? What are they going to do to me? Oh, I shouldn't have called him. I don't know why I did. He didn't want me. He never did. He said he couldn't love me. Oh, nobody ever said that to me before. Nobody. And I hated him. I couldn't let her have him. He'd tell her someday, and then they'd laugh at me, and I couldn't bear that. Oh, Daddy. How can I take it all back? How can I ever take it all back?
That's always the trouble when you let blind anger take over. You do something you can never take back. It spreads out and hurts a lot of innocent people. All of Meston's lawyers couldn't keep Connie out of prison. She was a spoiled, headstrong child, but she had killed a man. Like every place else in the country, in my town, the law plays no favorites, rich or poor.